Hey up and welcome to Callums Corner. Right, today I am going to visit and review the worst rated restaurant in my city, which is Bristol. I'm not sure this is a great idea, to be honest with you. I woke up about 20 minutes ago on my mate Gav's sofa. We were out on the beers last night to celebrate me quitting my job, and it was a messy night. But when I get hungover, as well as feeling sick and queasy, I also get this sense of kind of self-despair and loathing, and I've got a massive sense of overwhelming doom when I even think of checking my bank balance. So I feel like I need some distraction, so we're going to do this basically. I've had a little look on TripAdvisor and I found the worst reviewed restaurant in all of Bristol. I'm going to head there now and I'm going to order an all-day breakfast, which should revive me in my hungover state. But having seen the reviews and the pictures, it may well go the other way. I may end up chundering or something, but I guess we'll see. Right, it's about a 10-minute walk up the road, so I'm going to stroll up there, and whilst I do that, I'll do a little voiceover and pop up on screen all the reviews that I've seen, so you guys know exactly what we're going to be dealing with. Right, okay, let's get moving.
Welcome to Bonaparte's, this hidden gem of a bar nestled within Bristol Templemead Station, ranking 895th out of 995 eateries in Bristol, which incidentally is the lowest score of any restaurant that has been reviewed. And talking of reviews, let's check some of them out. 1 star, just terrible, don't waste your money. 1 star, awful place. 1 star, dreadful rip-off. 1 star, avoid. 1 star, overpriced and grubby. 1 star, shockingly bad. Utter disgrace. Their contract should be terminated. And this isn't just some throwaway review. Someone has put hours of work into describing just how rubbish they are. 1 star, never again. 2 stars, overpriced, poor service and standards. 1 star, worst food ever. 1 star, avoid. And taking a look at Bonaparte's overall scores, it's clear to see that the vast majority of people have chosen to review it as terrible.
Right, we are on our way. Not really enjoying the walk, to be honest with you. It's never a nice moment when you have to leave the house or the flat when you've got a hangover. You can I can feel the dim spring sunshine kind of penetrating like my emotional ozone layer. It's a horrible sensation. Doing it solo, I did invite my mate Gav to come for the breakfast, but he wasn't in the mood for it. He's quite moody at the best of times, Gav, and he's in a mood with me with justification a little bit today, to be honest with you. When we went out drinking, when I get drunk, I get a little bit kind of I'm on the wind up basically. I like winding people up. And last night, in between pubs, I bought a big pack of 10 Kraft cheese slices to try and do the cheese ya thing. Have you seen it on social media? You just fling it in someone's face. Gav hates cheese anyway, at the best of times, and having it on your face is different kind of levels, isn't it? I was singing the Cheese Me song as well. Cheese me, till you lose control. And then I was going like, and like flinging it ninja style at his face. So it's kind of understandable why he's not coming. I'm getting a bit hungry now, so I'm going to get a march on and get myself there.
It was at this time that the journey became difficult due to the overwhelming stench of falafel. Unfortunately, there's a massive population of hipsters and vegans in Bristol, and they love to stuff their faces with falafel. Subsequently, you're never more than about 200 yards from a falafel stand when you're in Bristol city centre, and it made me feel sick as a bloody dog. Also, the hipsters seem to be having some competition today where they were all dressing up as Where's Wally with stupid little glasses and gimpy little t-shirts. It got right on my hungover tits.
Finally away from the stink of bloody falafel, and thank goodness I was starting to feel sicker than a bloody PC World worker after trying to fix Gary Glitter's computer. Now sitting outside the station, just composing myself and coming up with a plan. Hopefully you enjoyed the Callum cam interlude, because that is a technique that I think I'm probably going to have to employ quite heavily here. I've got a mate who actually works at the station, and he's been in here and he says the staff are a right nightmare. They're rude, and he reckons if they see me filming and shouting away to my camera that they'll put a stop to it quickly. So we're going to have to be sly, but that's fine by me. You know, I love Black Ops, so yeah, very much a case of kind of softly catchy monkey now.
Stealth mode activated, I set about purchasing the cheapest ticket possible to gain entry to the platform. I then cased the joint to gain as much information as possible before going in. I entered the restaurant and tried to order some food, which was quite difficult as there were no menus available anywhere in the pub. I had to ask the barman for one and he sounded surprised and not very keen for me to order. However, I persevered and ordered an all-day breakfast and a pint of Coke with no ice. Unfortunately, he ignored me and placed a lot of ice in my Coke. I do not like ice in my drinks. When I was 15 years old, my friend Tom got an ice maker in his fridge. His parents were far wealthier than mine. And every time I went round there, he used to shove it down my face. There was ice in bloody everything. You don't need ice in England for almost the entire year. It's ridiculous. And from then onwards, I've had a big aversion to having ice in anything. Yes, I'm a stubborn man and I make no bones about it. And here I was being forced to have ice in my drink. After 20 minutes, the food arrived. As a connoisseur of all-day breakfast who consumes on average 2 a week, I was able to make an instant judgment on the quality of the food. I was shocked and disappointed to find there was no toast. Toast is an essential in any all-day breakfast. I was also disappointed to see that the bacon and the sausages had quite clearly been microwaved. Reservations and disappointments, I set about eating with a gusto. I find with questionable food, the faster you eat it, the better it is. And also, I was quite hungry. Initially, I tried the sausage and the egg. The sausage had very little consistency to it, which is to be expected when it's been microwaved rather than fried. The meat was of a poor quality, although there was a strong herby taste, which did not quite overpower the taste of microwaved eyeballs and arseholes. I moved on to the bacon. With each of these mouthfuls, I was trying some egg as well, which I must point out did needed to be scraped to get the uncooked, gluttonous kind of see-through eggy stuff off the top of it, which is disappointing seeing it was the only item of the breakfast that they actually cooked by hand. The bacon was bacon, really. It was not crispy enough because it had been microwaved and there was gristle in abundance. I managed to keep eating for a few mouthfuls and stuffed some down me until I got too overpowered by the gristle and the overwhelming chewiness of it. And after about 5 minutes, I had to stop having eaten this much of my breakfast.
Right, we're out of there. I mean, it was okay at first because I was so hungry, I was just stuffing it in. But after a while, it really did make me start to feel very sick. It was the gristle more than anything. So much gristle on that bacon. It's like a second meal probably stuck between my teeth at the moment. I've grabbed a Starbucks on the way, just, you know, hoping the hot coffee will kind of kill anything living inside me after ingesting that food. And I'm on my way over to Gav's to go and annoy him a bit more and play some FIFA. I'm probably going to grab a KFC Big Daddy bucket meal on the way because, I mean, that's not enough food for a big man like me. But I won't end the video now just because there's a strong possibility that I may well have food poisoning. So I'll save my outro for a bit and we'll check in again in a few hours, hopefully with me being FIFA champion and just feeling okay, but it could go either way. I've just got back to Gav's place, but before I go into his flat, I thought I'd give you a quick update because I'm feeling tons better now. The KFC Big Daddy box meal has done the job a good one. Well, that combined with a couple of pints of full fat Coke that I've consumed with both meals, it's had a real rejuvenating effect on me. So yeah, I'm kind of on a bit of a sugar high at the moment, but that's okay because I'm kind of planning to ride it like a wave to propel me to victory over Gavin the FIFA. And then in a couple of hours time when I start crashing, coming down off the sugar, I'll just get in an Uber home and go sleep off the rest of the hangover. So it's actually worked out really well for me. Oh, the FIFA has gone better than I could have hoped. It has surpassed all expectations. You're right there, Gav, he's sick as a dog. Right, we played 7 games. Gav won 1, he drew 1, I won the other 5 games. That is unprecedented dominance. In the last game we just played, I scored 6 without reply. 2 of my players feeling that special delight that you only get when you score a double. Wonderful. Oh, it's actually been a fairly decent day. In terms of the food I ingested, it was not nice, but there are no signs of food poisoning and we're a couple of hours on from it now. And don't get me wrong, I don't feel great. I feel like my stomach is trying to digest quite a lot of gristle, kind of indeterminate gross meat, and horrible sausages that looked a bit like a penis, but I don't think there's going to be any lasting damage. Overall, I would give Cafe Bonaparte, inappropriately named, I would give it 2 out of 10. I mean, you're either pissed or mental if you're paying money to sit down and eat in a train station. You kind of deserve it, to be honest with you. Right, that about wraps up the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. If you didn't, please do leave a dislike. I always want your honest opinions. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.